We are live again. Yes, we are. We are live here today. My name is Gabriel, and I am coming at you from ODE Mastery, right here. ODE Mastery. It is a Facebook community of teachers that collaborate with teachers so that we can all ascend the value ladder. And today is episode 3, Wednesday, January 6th, 2021. 6 days into the new year, and we're still in zombie mode. The pandemic is still upon us, and this is going to be a long year. The presidential race is still undecided. Today is supposed to be a big day with that as well. You know, is Trump going to pull an upset? So while all these crazy things are happening on the planet, and your life is very significant, you know, for survival, let's talk about finding your Teacherpreneur niche mini course. How do you find that? So before we start, let me give you my full disclaimer. This is not a get-rich-quick program. It's not get-rich. It's never going to be a get-rich-quick program. If you are in a hurry to get scammed, you must go away. There is no instant gratification here. There is no send me $100, you get 1,000 tomorrow in Bitcoin. You know, there's no lottery tickets. There's no false promises or false guarantees. But I can tell you this, that I only work with high-value, high-integrity educators. This online business model is organic, and it requires your commitment to start and grow your audience over a 90 to 120 days every day for a shot at succeeding. Start, grow, and earn using Facebook organically. You know, so I dedicate my time with teachers that are transitioning into the niche space on Facebook. Now, results vary, okay, due to how much work you actually model from this proven system. And they model because it depends, again, how much elbows you're going to knock it out with. You know, a lot of people get complacent, and, you know, and it's part of our habits to say, I'm comfortable and I don't want to have to go do the hard work. I'd rather be an employee. That's fine. Nobody's going to get mad at you for that. You know, the whole thing is, if you're going to do the hard work because you want to be able to separate yourself, survive the pandemic, give more meaning, you know, a purpose to your educational background, to your degrees, you may want to consider that becoming a teacherpreneur is a better step moving forward, more purposeful than just staying where you are. So I'm going to quote Les Brown, because Les Brown is a motivational speaker that I've been listening to, and I think he's a pretty cool guy, 75-year-old man. And he really has an amazing voice. And I don't mean the tone of his voice, I mean his message. So he likes to say, among many things, but one that I'm using now and quoting him with, you were chosen to do the greater work. Teachers are magnificent people, okay, globally, and you guys are really magnificent. I teach online every day, okay, from Sunday to Fridays. I teach native English ESL to kids in China from 3 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning. That's my window. And when I'm done at 8 a.m., I work on teacherpreneurs. I work on helping teachers transition to their own business online using Facebook. Right here. And with who? With me. Online digital education. That's what I call my community. I think it's a pretty cool name. And of course, the letters ODE is an ode to teachers. I'm paying homage to help teachers. This is my purpose. So, you ready to get started? Because I am. 6th day of the month, and this is my 3rd live, because I only go live Monday to Fridays. And believe you me when I tell you, there's a lot of hard work involved in having to deal with the teacher mindset. So as I talk about today, you know, how to find your teacher niche, so that you can build out your mini course, keep in mind that educators are a repository of knowledge and skills. Right? They have yet to understand how to monetize online. With all this educational, you know, experience that you have a niche mini course in you already. You're just waiting to discover it. Yesterday I spoke about why you are not getting paid the value that you have with experience and degrees. Right? It is simple to do. It really is. It's not easy. It is simple to do. Okay, but because it's not easy, okay, as educators, we overcomplicate choosing a niche that aligns, with an interest or a passion that we are very good at. It's new to us. I get that. I went through that last year when it was new to me, and I went through the One Funnel Away challenge to understand how to market myself as my own digital product. And after a 30-day One Funnel Away challenge, I understood that. Well, I pretty much understood, how to market myself, how to do the copy for myself, and I mean copywriting, how to do the graphics, how to do lead magnets. I mean, I learned a whole new set of terminology, to empower me with knowledge and skills to do what I'm doing right now, which is helping teachers. So you know what your strengths and you know what your convictions are. Okay, convictions aren't enough to create successful businesses, or else everyone would be running one. And again, the people who run their own business, those who prefer to be employed, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're employed and you're constantly looking for ways to make money online and you're chasing that shiny object, that get rich quick schemes that exist, you may want to consider that if you do a little bit of the hard work between 90 and 120 days, you don't have to chase the shiny objects anymore. Okay, so your belief is what can power you through when you get frustrated, when you get burnt out, building your educational niche mini course. I powered right through that. I'm still powering right through that. But I'm a lot more comfortable talking about it. I'm a lot more comfortable being able to share this with my community because it is important. In other words, if you choose a niche strictly, okay, because of the earning potential, then you're going to be outclassed by someone who actually has convictions for what they truly know. So stick with what you know, okay, what you're great at, and what you care about. Is this making any sense? This makes a lot of sense. So there are literally thousands of profitable educational niches to decide on. There really are. Okay, I'm going to provide you with 7 awesome ideas, okay, for teachers looking to become a teacherpreneur and selling an educational niche mini course. Now, education as a broad subject is a red ocean that is bloody, okay, with educator sharks, and everybody's chomping at the same piece of meat. This is why it's considered or called a red ocean. However, you are qualified, believe it or not, based on your experience and degrees to help future teachers excel in the education space. And you're qualified for students as well. So help them with their chosen career path and provide support and guidance to get them there. So creating an educational niche mini course that provides the services and empowerment, okay, that mindset needed, just maybe the niche that you're looking for. If you're not sure what to do, you can always choose educational services for those up-and-coming educators who want a clear path to their career. That makes a lot of sense. And that is a niche in itself that'll bring you 6 figures. It really is. So if you're multilingual, that's another thing. Languages, amazing. If you're multilingual, you may, create a mini course on your second language. There are more people trying to learn languages other than English right now. There really are. English may be the global business language, but I tell you what, cheers, whiskey. Coca-Cola. There's so many people trying to learn another language. And even though, again, English is, a global business language and it's being used widely, obviously, give your second language, okay, that opportunity. Give your dream audience okay, your language acumen, and get them on track to further their language skills in the chosen language. I know a lot of people who speak a second foreign language. They speak it well. And to get people started in the basics, that's a mini course in itself. A 30-day, well-packaged, high-value, highly ethical mini course, that'll get you 6 figures. Look, I learned ASL, American Sign Language, when I was 22 years old. It was a 1-year course, once or twice a week. And I paid, I think it was like $100, for a 1-year course, which I thought that was pretty cheap. That was 20 years ago. And I got the books. I paid for the books, actually. And my tutor, she was well-versed. I think she was like a 20-year veteran to 30-year veteran. And I go see her once or twice a week. I learned ASL because I took an interest in it. There was somebody who was marketing themselves for that purpose. And this was, before the teacherpreneur mindset was available, on the internet. I mean, 20 years ago, this was like 1990 something. So, give them your second language, okay? I also learned Hungarian basics once upon a time when I was married back in 2004, ex-wife, Hungarian. So I picked up some Hungarian basics because I needed to learn the language. And it was pretty cool. I didn't pay for that other than the book. And I also took Romanian basics because back in 2008, I had moved to Romania on a job relocation. And it only made sense to me. I only spoke Spanish and English, but they only spoke Romanian and some English in Romania. So it made a lot of sense. I took the basics. I paid for a tutor. It wasn't expensive for me. And I learned some Romanian. So right now is the time that you can actually niche down teacher educational services, empowering those new teachers, just getting acclimated into the education world, becoming teachers, professors, inspirers, or you can use your second language as a mini course. Can you see why we're experiencing an online learning, boom? I mean, this is an amazing thing. And those who are providing these mini courses, they're earning the money. Because you're always going to have a consumer and a buyer or a seller. If you package your experiences and your degree and your life experiences as well, you got a mini course that's really high value. So let's say this. Are you a computer sciences teacher? That's another amazing niche. We're in the digital era. It is obvious that the 21st century commands some ethical hacking skills. AI, artificial intelligence, VR, virtual reality. These skills are important moving forward. If you are well-versed in that and you're a computer sciences teacher, many courses on that. Programming basics, any kind of programming languages, C++, COBOL, PHP, .INET, Ruby Rails. There's so many languages, programming languages right now, that providing those individuals, okay, a head start. That's a mini course in itself. Anything that's digital right now, okay, as a mini course that get people acclimated, give them confidence moving forward, that'll make you some bucks. Most people will pay $97 for a 30-day high-value mini course, and they'll stick around to buy your upsell when you actually have one ready. What is an upsell? Well, you have a successful mini course, 30 days, self-paced, self-educated. You got 100 students who paid for it at $97 a month for each person. And then as that's going along, you start drafting your 90-day course. That's an upsell. Maybe a 6-month course, maybe another 30-day mini course that you can run in parallel. So as you're doing this, keep in mind, there's a ton of people on the internet raising their hands right now saying, I vibe with you. I'm interested in what you have. Let's look at another type of educator, okay? Let's say you're a food educator. Now, whether you're a food critic or a Michelin star, five-star chef, the importance of meal planning is exponentially increasing in popularity, especially with the pandemic, right? We're locked up, so people are like, man, I don't know what to cook. How many of you actually jumped on YouTube to look for a recipe? I know I did many times. And one of my favorites is Gordon Ramsay. So just look at what Gordon Ramsay has done with his cooking skills, with his personality, his global presence on television, right? He put together a master class on the internet, and he sells Gordon Ramsay masterclass, cooking memberships. He charges a lot of money over time. People are paying for that stuff, which is amazing. I watch his free videos, to be honest with you, and I've learned how to cook and do some things that are pretty cool. I didn't pay for it, but being a chef is not my thing. But if you are a chef educator, or you teach food, nutrition, or anything like that, a 30-day mini course, okay, is the way to go. Now is the time to start selling all food-related mini courses. Create a course on a specific type and style of cooking and niche it down to a specific dream audience. For example, single men between 20 and 30. A lot of guys between 20 and 30 don't like to cook. But if you got a meal plan that they can do something delicious in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they'll probably buy your course. Or let's say you got high blood pressure patients or people in the world. There's a lot of high blood pressure people. If you got a diet regimen for them that's delicious on a 30-day, plan that they can self-educate with, you probably got 100 students waiting. They're going like this. Actually, you do. If you do the research and you Google, how many high blood pressures diets are out there, you'll get a good sense as to how many people are raising their hands and saying, oh, I want some of that. I'll pay for that. The power of niching down to an audience that you can attract only 100 students at $97 per student for a 30-day self-paced mini course, that'll get you six figures every time. That's $116,400 a year on one mini course. You do two mini courses. And of course, I'm suggesting this based on already having a 6-month experience. Takes 90 to 120 days to put it together based on, again, varying degrees of effort. But once you get that launched and you got those students already booked and paid for, it's just 6 months of experience that you can start prepping your second mini course. You can do that in parallel. That doubles, right? So that's $226,800 a year on just 2 mini courses at $97 a month. Isn't that cool? I think it's very cool. So according to childrensmusicworkshop.com, I actually read this. 78% of Americans feel that learning a musical instrument helps students perform better in other subjects. Gallup poll, American attitudes towards music. If you are a music educator, music teacher, at any level, whether it's instruments, whether it's tuning an instrument, whether it's a specific instrument, keep in mind that this extends beyond the typical instruments, okay, that you and I would normally think about, when it comes to playing music, like the trumpet or the piano or the drums, guitar, okay? People are becoming more interested as well in quirky instruments, like the ocarina, for example. The ocarina is a round porcelain flute that gypsies use in Hungary. I use this example because I was there. So that's a mini course in itself. As a music educator at any level, whether it's voice, lessons, whatever the case may be, you can niche it down to a specific demographic, and you can generate 100 students at $97 a month. And that'll start helping you brand and become trusting so that you can scale. Now, a lot of people know what they want, right? We as educators, we think we know what a lot of people want to, our students want. So what people want in life, sometimes they just don't know how to go about getting it. They know they want something, but they don't know how to get it. Life coaching educators have a niche here to help those people, okay, that need a nudge You give them a nudge in the right direction. A supportive and encouraging life coaching course could be exactly what you're looking for as well. Can you imagine this happening to you? Really? It's a question that I pondered. I'm not pondering anymore because my personal goal is to help 688,000 teachers transition from teacher to teacherpreneur this year, 2021. But these are profitable niche ideas that'll get you, based on your experience and your degrees, going even further. COVID-19, 2021. We already did the whole 2020 experience, and we already know what it feels like to, lose income, get locked down, almost get sick, maybe even lose somebody. I'm here in Ecuador, and within the family, a couple of people were lost this last year. They were a little bit older, but they didn't pay attention. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. Believe it or not, I'm still on lockdown. This is why I'm doing lives every day, because I actually try to avoid the streets. I only go out when it's necessary, to the market, get something to eat. I'm back here, and I spend a lot of time indoors. So this is one of the reasons why I stay here, and thank God. I feel like maybe it's because I'm still alive. But COVID-19 kicked our asses, and it forced everyone to think to think way outside the box. Okay, as Pathfinder educators, okay, to get involved in this movement. And last year, a lot of entrepreneurs were born on the internet at every level, including teachers. So as you know, this zombie era has many struggling with planning a budget, sticking to it every month, as much as, we're missing out on the finer things in life. We're locked up. How many of you haven't gone to a movie theater? And that's not even a finer thing in life, but I haven't been to a movie theater in over a couple of years, and one, because it's Ecuador, and two, because of the pandemic. It hasn't been nice. But finer things, what about somebody who enjoys a good a good cigar outdoors, for example? A lot of you consider that a finer thing in life, or to be able to go to a nice spot and drink a nice cup of wine or glass of wine, or glass of a quality single malt whiskey, for example, and listen to some good music, anything like that. So just because of the limitations that we have, we're not experiencing the finer things that we enjoy. So, like, say that, I don't know, like, say you're into accounting, or you're an educator in finances, okay? You're an economics professor, all right? If you're a finance educator, teaching people how to budget and be more financially responsible during this time, you're helping them to improve their lives dramatically. That's a mini course. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people online going like this, raising their hands saying, hello, I don't know how to do this. Somebody help me with the basics. Really, they'll pay for a 30-day mini course, $97. All right, so one thing you could do, okay, for this audience is to offer your course for free. I know you're thinking, well, how am I going to make money then? I'm going to tell you. You can sign up as an affiliate for a popular finance software. I am an affiliate for educational products. My affiliation with ClickFunnels, which I promote heavily to educators like you, okay, and as well as the 8-week launch right here. See there, the 8-week launch. I have limited seating. Ask me for the link, #send it, to show you how to launch the framework for your mini course. We show you how to do that. But as a finance educator, you can affiliate with a finance software so that you can get paid a commission when people create their own accounts. And it's legit. It's high value, high integrity. If it isn't, you're just burning that trust bridge with the people that you're trying to attract so that you can scale and grow. So ClickFunnels is the educational affiliate program that I promote. And I promote it heavily because it allowed me to learn how to become my own digital product. And then the 8-week launch affiliate program also has taught me 5 primary ways to monetize my experiences with high value and ethics. So now you can invest in your future, okay, your future digital self, and create a life and work balance, okay, which benefits your 100 dream students to learn based on your acumen. Right? The more students you serve in blocks of 100 or less at a time, okay, the more, all right, you will build a trusting brand, which will become more important in this digital era. Really, I only say 100 because you don't need to go beyond 100 students in a 30-day mini course. You can if you want to, but you know what? Now you're being, I don't know, chasing the shiny object. You're impressed by money, and you're losing focus on your real purpose, which is solving problems, serving the people. 100 students per mini course. Not only are you sustainable, but you're good for the long term. So 100 or less students is great, really. Keep it that way so that you can experience positive growth instead of burning that trust bridge. Am I right? I think I am right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Would you like to be the next case study with me? I do lives. You know, I do interviews. Today I'm doing an interview with Mindset Manifest Mastery. Mindset Manifest Mastery, Danny Scholes at 6 p.m. I'm going live in my community. You know, and this is what I do. I do lives. We do interviews. We talk to each other. I talk to people who are doing similar things, you know, because they've taken their, okay, educational background and they're monetizing it as well, successfully. So can you see yourself doing high-value educational niche mini courses? I can see you doing that. Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tell me #send it. I'll send you the link for the One Funnel Away Challenge, my affiliate link, or the 8-week launch, which is an 8-week, and it's got a nice menu, week 1 through 8. What you do exactly, we hold your hand, we get you going. 688,000 teachers is my personal goal. And the reason for that is because over the next decade, according to UNESCO, there's a need for 68.8 million teachers globally on the internet. Not all of them are going to niche down. Not all of them, obviously. But I'm counting on that 1% that will. So 688,000 teachers who want to transition from teacher to teacherpreneur. This is what I do. I help you build your teacher funnels, okay, so that you can start, grow, and earn using Facebook organically, which means you're doing it without paying for ads, and you're doing it over a period of 90 to 120 days to get you going. Once you get going, okay, it's a wrap. The rest is up to you to keep it high value and keep it highly ethical on your educator community, Facebook community, you know, which you're going to convert into a lead magnet. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So let me know. Leave the comments, okay? Share this with somebody who may want it, who may need it, you know, who can benefit from this. All right. My community supports teachers globally. This is ODE Mastery. Here it is. Look at it. ODE, Online Digital Education. All right. My name is Gabriel. Thank you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.